Hi again. Okay, this is the second video for howtotwittertutorial.com, and what we're going to do is have a look at how to optimize our new Twitter account to make sure we get the most from it and that visitors to our Twitter account actually like what they see and they want to follow us. Okay, so what we need to do is come across to Twitter. If you're not already logged in, then click on the sign in button here, put in your username and password and log into the system. But when you're logged in, if you're already logged in, which you should be, then this is the page that you'll see. Now this bit at the top is giving us a bit of extra information. It's not something I'm particularly worried about at the moment. We'll come back and look at retweeting later on. So I'm going to simply click on close there. My email is actually active. For some reason it's not got through yet. I'm going to need to confirm that. Now this is the standard sort of page, and as you can see we've got the standard icon, the standard background for Twitter, and not an awful lot of information. If you actually click on profile, you'll bring up the profile page, and again we've got no photo here, we've got no additional information, so we want to make some changes to this to get a bit of extra information on there. So what we're going to do is go to the settings page by clicking on settings here, and this will bring up the settings page that looks like this. Okay, now a lot of the information here we've already filled in. If I scroll down, all we're going to do is put in some extra bits of information. First of all, I'm going to specify my time zone. Now probably one of the most important things we're going to do here is put in the more info URL and the one-line bio. Now I'm going to paste, I've already written this out, so I'm going to paste my one-line bio into this box here, and I happen to have put my URL for my website in there as well, so I'm going to copy and paste just that into the more info URL. So that's where people can go. That's my website, my blog, where people can go and find out more information about health stuff, and my blog posts about health. And that is kind of what I'm alluding to in this one-line bio. A little bit of information about me. I'm a bit of a health and fitness nut, from organics to fun ways to keep fit. Check out my blog, and there's the URL. Okay, so what you want to do is put something in there that helps people identify with you, that basically so that they know they share the same sort of interests with you, and that they're going to be interested in reading your tweets. Okay, and if you do have a website or a blog or something like that, make sure you pop that in as well so people can go and find out more about you. And it could be a Facebook page, a MySpace page, anywhere where you want people to go and have a look and read more information. Okay, the location box, I'm simply going to type in the UK, but you could be more specific with your particular town, your county, whatever it may be. Geotagging is only really relevant if you're going to be doing mobile tweets. I'm not for the moment on this account anyway, so I'm going to leave that unticked. And probably the most important thing on here is do not tick this box. Leave this box unticked. Okay, if you tick that, then only people that you've accepted as followers or you followed back can actually read your tweets. So you want everybody to be able to see them, so do not tick that box. Then all we need to do is click on save, and that'll take a few moments to update. Okay, now next we're going to have a look at, once this disappears, okay, it only took a second or two for that to disappear. Next we're actually going to go across and look at some of the other options that we've got here. First of all, password allows you simply to create a new password, so you can change your password if you need to. Okay, mobile is only relevant if you're going to be doing mobile tweets. It's not something I intend to cover in these videos and not start off with anyway, perhaps in an advanced one. Notices, this simply allows you to define what emails you're going to receive from Twitter, so what type of emails. Now you can have an email sent to you every time someone starts following you. Now that can be quite interesting to start off with, but over time you might find it quite irritating. You could end up with a lot of emails coming in, so personally I tend to untick that box. Now you can also be informed whenever you receive a direct Twitter or a direct tweet message to you from someone else who's following you. That can be quite useful. Again, it can get quite a lot later on if you have lots of followers, so you may want to untick it later on and switch it off, but for the moment I'd recommend leaving that switched on. Okay, the email newsletter, this is for news from Twitter themselves. I'd recommend leaving that ticked. Okay, so I've only made one change, and again I'm going to quickly click on save. Now next we're going to go across to the picture page and have a look at what we've got on there. Okay, this basically allows us to change our standard picture here. This is the basic default one. We can change it to something personal. Now if we leave it as a standard one, it's not going to look very good. People are going to wonder whether we're really that interested in using Twitter. There's no personality behind it, etc. So what you need to do is click on the browse button and it'll bring up your browser for your local computer, and you can browse to wherever you've got some pictures of yourself or other pictures that you want to use. Now I'm actually going to change this to thumbnails view, and all I need to do is choose the one I want to use. I'm actually going to use this pretty picture of a woman in a bath because it's kind of healthy-ish, so I'm going to use that and just click on open, and that will, once I save it, update our little picture here with that new image. Okay, there we go. So we've got a fun little picture of a lady in a bath. Nice and healthy. Okay, the last page we need to look at is the design page itself. So let's go across to there and have a quick look. This allows us to change the color scheme if we want to, and to choose a different Twitter background. Now I would really advise you change from the standard background to use something different, again just to show that you're interested, that you are doing something with your Twitter account and you're not just using the standard default stuff. Now this is about health, so I'm probably going to go for this one here because it's kind of green and healthy-ish. Okay, so I'm going to choose that one. I wouldn't recommend any of the bright color ones because it makes the color schemes a bit garish, a bit difficult to read. Likewise with the dark ones. I'd recommend the light ones like this and this one and this one perhaps, or perhaps even the yellow leaves, which is quite nice. Okay, so all you need to do is click on the one you want to use, and you can see it's updated it in the background. And if I scroll down, if I actually move this up a bit, all we need to do is click on Save Changes. We can choose our own background. That is something I will show you how to use or how to do in an advanced video, so you can create your own bespoke background for Twitter. But for the moment we'll leave that for a future video. Okay, so that's how to optimize your Twitter account. Simply click on Save Changes there. If we now go back to our profile page or our home page, if we click on refresh now, you'll see we've got a different background. If I scroll this across, you can see the background there. You can see our little picture, a little icon for ourselves. And if we do the same thing on our profile page, instead of the default picture, we've got the new picture. And more importantly, we now have some information about us. We've got the website, the URL, where people can find out more information, and a bit of information about who I am, what I do, etc. Okay, so this video is the second video on how to Twitter tutorial.com. Hope you found it useful, and please come back again to watch the rest soon. Thanks very much.